Okay. Well, that's not me. Such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Tasha? I am. It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You're right, of course, but there shall still be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea, okay? We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for and you will reach higher. I'm really bad at creating those sorts of goals for myself, to be honest. I'm always like, I guess I just see too big of a big picture. And then it becomes unattainable, and then you're like, well, how the hell am I supposed to do that? And I don't like setting goals. I'll just see what happens. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors. Okay. Back then, are ya? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'd wager. Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. It still sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Tasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank ye for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I could ask for no more than that. Now I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania. Great, I just came back from... there is something flying around in my room. Anyway, seems the forest folk are in need of a venturer what can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task I came from there. It's not like they're really asking for much. Ooh, return home. After the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Yeah, 1000%. I'm ready. Party finder. Ooh. I really thought I was gonna get a tutorial for that. Okay. Anyway. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. You're doing a lot. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for a venturer as survived the bedlam in such Tasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Miyun, me counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, class. There's people right behind me making a bunch of noises and things. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, it's you, Kit. 'Tis so good to see you again. What's that? Here at Bateron's suggestion, you say? The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Okay. Oh, I thought that was a choice thing. I'd have to choose between one or the other, but I guess not. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Miyun, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good evening to you too, Bow Lord, who's not on screen, unless he's perfectly behind me. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. There he is. Well, if it isn't our own person for all seasons, you certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed, Kit. My thanks for answering the call. Now time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath this central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtarag Deep Croft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long entered our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deep Croft with an ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deep Croft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. I think. Respite? They have probed every ilm of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalamud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter, Kit? It's right in front of me. It landed on my microphone, and then, as it does, flew off into nowhere. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deep Croft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Yippee! Alright. To the Deep Croft. Alright, let's see if I get attacked by one of these scorpions on the way in. Also, we're going inside, right? I guess in that case, I will be the one to attack. I forgot that I moved my things around. Oh, I need to try. I need to get used to trying this. My ear cuffs are bound to me now. Hello? Yes, I go over here. Okay. Well. You're ugly as hell. Has anybody ever told you that? I need to get used to pressing buttons. Oh, you're dead already. I was confused because you didn't fall down, you went up. Alright. Your kit, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Woo! Okay. NPCs. Oh boy, let's go. My eager beavers again. Hopefully they don't get in my way. Ooh. Okay. All right. Sure. All right. Couple of people here. Slowly take them down. Ooh. Yippee! So you get 90 minutes to complete these in. I'm getting so good at it. Let's go. Switching enemies. Doing everything. I'm doing great. My big question is, when I get to things other than my first 3 here, how easy that will be, but we will see. Sure. Alright. Like if I want to do G. Okay. Here. I feel like it's a lot of just pressing the same button though. Cool. Oh, what's in here? Carry on. Beetle. R. And then E. And then, ooh, R. And then E. Just try to see about getting behind them. And then E. And then, of course, I probably don't have to call it out every single time, it just, ooh. All right. And then, we got another beetle here. This looks like something I would be able to go through, but I just cannot. Are cultist orbs destroyed? Okay. I'm just now finally looking at what I'm supposed to be doing over there. And R. To crush your enemies. Alright, what's going on in this part? There we go. There's also, I was looking in the controls, a way that you can, like, lock on to what... Like, if I grabbed him, there's a button to lock on to the target that he is focused on. But I wanted a button specifically just for locking on to a target that your party member is focused on. Though I guess if you have multiple party members, I really thought you'd be able to open that. That doesn't really work, but... Okay, this is nothing. Continuing on this way. Get him. Now look at my party member. Isn't he horrific? Don't you want to go and grab him instead? Almost. Oh, of course. Just always as I go to hit the final attack, they kill it before I can. Alright. Anything in here? No? Still? I'm thinking that these would be great places for, like, loot. But alas. No. Alright, through here, and it looks like we're going to have some sort of boss battle. I'm very confused by the way this is set up. Because I thought I was going the wrong way, but now this looks like it's the right way. Excuse me. Can you perhaps get the fuck out of my way? Ouch. Oh, that's the thaumaturge. All I saw was the purple right next to me. And I was like, what the heck is that? I also need to remember, oh hello, to use my other skills as well, but as of right now, I don't think any of them are really going to be useful. Like in a battle. Hold on. Nope, I wanted this one. There we go. I'm getting used to it. There we go. Like... jump backwards. I guess maybe this one, head graze, but leg graze. Nope, that's not the one I was thinking of. Foot graze undoes itself if the target takes damage. So, I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. So if you're in a party like this, especially with NPCs, there's not really a point in doing that because they're going to attack the one that you just found. Leg graze and head graze, maybe. And then the limit break is all the way over here, but... is there a use for it? I'm not really sure. Gauntlets, and then... oh, okay, I just interact with it. Cool. So... did I miss anything? I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. This looks like something you should be able to... I'm so sure. Like, there's gotta be secrets. We got R. That was the wrong one, but sure, you can do that, I guess. Cool. that's gonna get me. Congrats on making me need to pay attention. Alright, through here. Nice. If you would like to pay attention to literally anybody else but me, that would be swell. R before it goes away, and then G, because there's many of them. R, a little beetle. There we go, and then you. I need to remember to try and do this. I just always pay attention when straight shot is available, but this should be at the same time, right? Need to look and see next time we have a battle. We can go this way? Okay. Or is that the way we are supposed to go? I can't tell. No, this is something else. Okay. I want to go all the ways that you're not supposed to go. Oh, hello. Here. Any second now when you want to do the thing. No, it's only straight shot. Maybe it's because this is a level 25 skill and I'm forced to be level 19 right now during this, but too far away. Thigh boots. Okay. And then we cannot go this way, though I really want to. Alright. Through this way. I'm not sure if that's worth it versus just doing straight shots. Alright. Alright. Well, I guess I'll keep this on me. Ooh, treasure. Just kidding. Bow striker's skirt. Okay. Another little boss battle. I didn't feel like the last one was really a boss battle, but regardless. Okay. Here, I kind of walked right past this guy to get to these. Oh. Sure, I guess I'll get the priest. Alright. Oof. F. Another F. Perhaps a Q. R. Which one is it again? That's, stops. Head graze. Okay. Okay, well I wasn't paying attention. Alright. Treasure. Cavalier's hat. Okay. Yo, Marauder, do you want to do the thing, or you want to get out of my way? Cool. Okay. Next. Oh, hello. R. Yippee! A second R. Wow, I'm incredible. A third R, but I have no one to use it on. Alas. Get R'd, idiot. There we go. I feel like there's not that much to comment on. Of course. Oh, hello. I like having somebody take all the aggro for me. Don't have to worry. Damn it. Okay. And we have something about cultist rosary. Is there like a storyline that I'm missing here? How do I find... I've got to find a rosary. Like, at what point did we decide that? Should have done E. I mean, Shift E. I don't know, that's hard, because, like, if you're not focused on that enemy, it would be hard to switch fast in order to stop their attack. We should actually go this way first. I don't know if I can redirect attacks. And there. Alright, looking to see if there's anything else besides this. Wizarm. Whatever that means. Alright, you. Kinda getting close there. And now I have a random straight shot. For no reason. Where even is the enemies? That was the wrong button. There you go. I'm getting so good at hitting G. I don't know that that was really worth it, but... And then I can't use it for another 25 seconds? Huh. I thought it was gonna be quicker than that. Okay. The hell's going on over here? Don't worry. I don't got this? Wow. Congrats on, this. Proud of y'all. I assume I can't just touch this. Yeah. Okay, well, when I figure out how to undo that, I will let you know. Oh, perhaps with the rosary. Ouch. Ouch. Head grace has no effect. Ahaha. Here. I do like that there's a little bit of leniency on when you press the button versus like when it allows you to press the button, I guess. Like I'm pressing these a little bit early and it's still saying, yeah, you got it in time. You don't have to worry about the countdown. Okay. Then it's just the rosary, which doesn't look like a rosary to me, but all right. I assume I can use this to break the barrier. I don't know about this hotbar being over here. I might change it. Yes. Damn. They were ready to get in there. One more, why not? Okay, here. Over here. This one we can do a multi-shot, quick knock, whatever you want to call it. There. Oh, one more. How could I be such a fool? Nope. R. I don't know if that helps you in any way, but there you go. Stop pressing G. You're doing great, Marauder. I believe in you. There we go. Chest. Another skirt. What are you trying to tell me? Okay. And here. So what does this do to the big orb? Okay, it creates a pathway. Who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel? Did you not cross our gates in search of blood? Come hither, children of the dawn. The undying master will drink deep tonight. Okay, if you say so. I assume I have to pass through here before it will allow me to. Ouch. That was the one that I wanted. Okay. What are you doing? I don't know what this means, but you are connected in some way, so... There we go. Also, I want to know what this is. They're right behind me. Holy shit. Hold on. I've got things to focus on. Wrong one. My hands are everywhere. Nah. Okay. Ooh. That still didn't work. Okay, so apparently I can't use this for spells? They're right behind me again. I'll get this one because it's connected to you versus the little spider thing wasn't. Hold on, give me a second. It's just me working on this. Just kidding, here comes the conjurer. Alright. Cool. And you. One more. Alright. Back to the main guy. And I don't know that slow's really doing much. Because he's sticking to the same area, so I just feel like everything that I should do should be on the bottom hotbar. Whoa! Two songs in a row, let's go! Here we go. Treasure! A staff, good. I'm sure that will be very useful. I don't think that I really missed anything, so I'm a go. Great job. Yes. It only took me like 30 minutes. Didn't the first one take me forever? Report to me, Ern. Okay. Welcome back. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. You've made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult to not take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we're hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Aver's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. To hell's with his pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I ever see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. Damn. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. Damn! I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way of some parting advice, get rid of Huh? Get rid of Aver's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? That is kind of weird, girly pop. Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Aver. Please forgive me. Okay, first of all, I do agree that if you were going to heal him and he was running out of your way, that's on him for getting further away from you. Why are you keeping his head, girly pop? Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send people like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ulda. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you're nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I'll be glad to share the details with you. All right. Whoa. Quest complete. Talk to me about it. So you're not adverse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ulda. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Kit, and good luck. Okay. We will head down. You. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, but if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Kit by any chance? Mien sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all this way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Sure. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God's almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It just so happens that the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. So this person is the much-lauded adventurer, are they? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Papa Sean, formerly of the Sultan's Worth. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Kit of their mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina & Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. Okay. These giants are the clan known as the Hecaton Cherries? Hecaton Cherries? Damn, why not pears? Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock, which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecaton cherries to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is often the way these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the Great Giant Revolt was ended. buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said that the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think those poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There'll be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the last task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it's for the best. In case you didn't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee at Amagina & Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is painted... Really? The fellow's name is Painted Mesa. Or Mess... I'm pretty sure it's Mesa. And he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Why would you name your kid? Okay. Anyway, he's right behind me, isn't he? Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell. Okay, I thought I was standing too close to him. The mess down in Copperbell, have you? You've got guts. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. Those giants have left the place in a right state in nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second UI dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding after the concern would have never thought to reopen it. The UI dynasty? We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could have possibly survived being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than I already heard this. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight or fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. That was a lot of words. Okay, so... where is that? Okay. I guess we... leave this place, first of all. And we go this way. Somebody's wind up their ship, but nobody around. You're a little bit far from home. Okay. Well. Through here all the way. And then... in here. Okay. Western Thanalan. And then from here I should be generally okay. Little ladybugs. Okay. This is the first time I'm actually seeing outside of the town. I have already lost the path. Okay. What's this? Huh. Is that a giant turtle? I'm sorry, I just now noticed you. So does that mean if I look, I can see a whole bunch of quests? Just the one? Huh. Okay. What's this? Color your world. Isn't that one of the quests that I want? Oh, wasn't it like out here somewhere that you could get the quests that I want? It's probably in the other one. If this is Western, I probably want to go Eastern. Okay, we'll do that later. Through here, I guess. And this way. I gotta pay attention to where I'm going. Look at that. Nice. All the enemies and things. A chocobo. Randomly. Okay, keep following the road. Nope. Didn't want to join the fate, because it looks like the road still takes me to where I need to be. Is it just right here? This? Looks like it could be. Okay. Oh my god, we're wearing the same outfit. How embarrassing. It's bombs. Okay. This is an interesting enemy. I like it. Don't like the sound it makes, actually. Alright. Yo. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell them? I didn't think that Pop Sean would be able to find someone so quickly. Look at the little dog. If at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think they come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Yippee!